Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Taji, and today I will talk about one of the most important topics, which is time management. Around 40% of candidates fail their main exam because of the lack of time. So we will talk about this. We will discuss the tips. We will discuss the tricks. We will discuss how to improve overall your time management, and you can solve your paper with 10 to 15 minutes left in the end. Guys, please share, subscribe, like my channel. My last video barely got 100 likes. It had a lot of views, thanks to you all, but please hit that like button, and I really hope that we can achieve 500 likes in this video so that I can make another video for you all right, so let's begin. Let's first understand how the exam comes and how much time do we have to solve one MCQ. So we have 180 MCQs and we got 180 minutes technically. So we have one MCQ to solve per minute, which is 60 seconds. Now I have divided this 60 seconds into three parts. First is 45 seconds, which is the reading time. The second is 10 seconds, which will be your decision time. Third is 5 seconds, which will be writing your answer down on your OMR sheet. All right, so let's break it more. 45 seconds, I have divided into three parts. So how to achieve your reading in 45 seconds. The first thing that you need to work on is your reading speed. You guys have already given your OAT or IELTS, so I am confident enough that whoever is watching this video, their English is good enough to read faster and to understand. So the thing is that most of the time under pressure, what we do, the mistake that we do is that we read it fast, but we are unable to understand the question. So we have to read the whole question again, or we have to repeat the sentence. Please don't make that mistake. It results in the wastage of time. So read your question once, make sure that you are reading it once, and you will be understanding as you read it. The second thing is clinchers. Clinchers are the most important thing to pass this exam. If you don't work on your clinchers, if you don't remember your clinchers, you will not be able to finish your exam within the time limit. Okay, for example, if you get a question about acute pericarditis, which is a part of cardiology, the thing is, like, mostly you'll get sharp stabbing pain, central chest pain. It can be relieved when you are sitting forward. It can be the pericardial friction rub can be heard. It can be caused by post-myocardial infarction or Dressler syndrome. ECG changes can be wide ST elevation or PR segment depression. So there are a lot of things, right? I'm just reading it through my notes. But what are the clinchers in all of this for acute pericarditis? One, relief of pain when sitting forward or leaning forward. Okay, it increases when you're laying down, so it decreases when you're leaning forward. Second thing, if they talk about ECG in your question, see if you have widespread ST elevation or PR segment depression, that is in ECG. The third is you see the cause of it. The clincher would be previous history of myocardial infarction, or it can be infection, previous history of infection, or anything like that. So these are the clinchers. If you give me 500 likes on this video, I will make sure to make the video before the next exam, and specifically I will discuss about clinchers and how to remember them. Okay, so please give me 500 likes on this video, and don't forget to share it with your other doctors. Okay, so the next thing, the third thing is your technique in reading your MCQ in 45 seconds, under 45 seconds. The first thing that you do is you read the last line. Yes, you heard it right. You read the last line. So you read the last line, then you go and you read your options A, B, C, D, E. Why would you do that? Because when you read your last line and when you read your options, you already know half of the answer. You might not even have to read the whole question. Okay, so then you start from the beginning. So this is the technique. Read the last line, read your options, and then start reading your question. Look, it might sound strange at first, at beginning, but once you keep on practicing these techniques while solving your MCQs, you get used to it. Your mind get used to it. So even in exam, even under pressure, you are gonna follow the same technique. Okay, so these are the 3 ways to finish your MCQ reading within 45 seconds. Now, the second thing is 10 seconds. Okay, it's here. 10 seconds decision. When you read your question, you have read your question within 45 seconds, you already should know your answer. What you get is a feeling. Your brain will tell you like, okay, option B is the right answer. Don't doubt yourself. You don't have the time or luxury to doubt yourself. You get your answer B, write it down on your OMR sheet. Okay, why? Because you have already solved more than 3,000 MCQs. If you have been following my videos and studying accordingly the way I have been trying to teach you all, so you must have solved more than 3,000 MCQs, must have done mocks. So your subconscious mind is already at that level, and it will know what is the answer within seconds, within 45 seconds as you read your question. So in 10 seconds, if you find an answer, fine. If you don't, move on. Okay, circle that question and move on. You don't have more time to waste. Okay, the last 5 seconds is for you to mark it on your OMR sheet. Please remember that. Mark it properly. Make a proper square or rectangle. Color it dark. Okay. And a very silly trick is when you use your pencil, it's usually sharpened. So break the nib of it, the tip of it. Okay. So it will be blunt and it will be easier for you to mark your answers on your OMR sheet. Now, practice. This is the second thing that we are going to talk about. For you to finish your exam in a given time or earlier than given time, you need to practice. Now, how can you practice? Everybody practices, but they don't work on their time management. Solve your normal MCQs. If you're solving your Plabable or med revision category of any topic, for example, cardiology, you might know that maybe there are 100 MCQs. Start your time and then start solving your MCQs, normal category MCQs. Okay, for example, if you're solving 100 MCQs, make sure you're solving within 120 minutes or 130 minutes. Look, this might be your first time, you might take longer, but it is fine if you're taking longer. But if you keep on practicing, you will achieve solving within the time. Okay, so time yourself while solving your normal category MCQs. Time it every time, write it down. Okay, for example, I have solved 100 MCQs today in 120 minutes. For the next topic, I have solved 100 MCQs in maybe 115 minutes whatsoever. So it will eventually decrease. Okay, don't worry about it, it will work out. The third thing is X-rays and ECGs. Look, if you know them, you can solve your MCQ in the exam within 30 to 40 seconds, okay, including marking it on your OMR sheet. So make sure you're very good in ECGs and X-rays. Write down the topics in which X-ray comes. You can go online, search for those X-rays, just go through them. Make sure you can watch other ECG videos on YouTube or anything else, or if you have any issues, discuss it in your group. Like in my Plabzy group, I make sure that my candidates discuss certain topics like ECGs, API, because these are some difficult topics, neuro, and some clinchers as well related to all these topics. So yes, make sure that you are very good in X-rays and ECGs. If you are not good, you're gonna take longer than 1 minute. If you're good enough, you can solve it within 30 to 40 seconds. Okay, so this will save a lot of time in your exam. Third and the last thing is mocks. Make it your habit to finish your mocks within 2 hours. Okay, I know it is 3 hours, the time is given is 3 hours, but when you finish it within 2 hours, you are preparing yourself to finish your exam much earlier and with ease. Okay, so try to finish your mocks within 2 hours. Inshallah, guys, give me 500 likes. So do subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will make a video on specifically on how to solve your mocks and tips and tricks for it. Okay, now tips and tricks time. First thing is, again, read the last sentence first in your exam. Okay, read your last sentence, read your options, and then go at the beginning of your question. Be confident. Once you have read your question, your mind will automatically give you an answer. Be confident on that answer. Okay, and if you are not sure, like if you're really not sure, just mark that question and move on. Okay, don't waste a lot of time on those questions. This might sound really silly again, but keep your eyes on the paper. Okay, don't look around here and there, don't look at others, don't think and look around like, okay, what might be the answer. No, keep your eyes on the paper. Each second counts. Okay, so keep your eyes on the paper. Time yourself. This is what I did myself personally, and it helped me a ton lot. Okay, so what I did before exam is I made a time map in my head. For example, 30 MCQs, I will do it in 27 minutes. 90 MCQs, I will do it in 85 minutes. 120 MCQs, I might do it in 110 minutes. 150 MCQs, I might do it in 135 minutes. And lastly, 180 MCQs, I will try to finish in 150 minutes. Okay, so this is very important. Make your time map before your exam, before you get your paper. Make your time map and try to achieve those goals. Okay, look, this was my way of solving it. You can change your time according to your own speed, but make sure that at the end for 180 MCQs, you have 10 to 15 minutes left so that you can go back and you can solve your left out questions. Okay, one more thing is I personally left my epi questions for me to do it at the end because I did not have time to do manual calculations. I'm not that good in maths, so I left them, and I had enough time to solve my 3 to 4 MCQs of epi in my paper, and I was able to even revise few of the questions which I couldn't do. Okay, make your notes, guys. Please write down your clinchers. Practice, time yourself, discuss, join a very active group. I personally run Plab. If you want to be a part of Plab, you can message me in one of the links below, and I will definitely try to reply you as soon as possible. Try to be active in studying. Okay, try to be active in discussion. Don't feel too much pressurized. Be confident when you're going for the exam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely help you out. Okay, this is Dr. Taji. Do share, subscribe, like. Make sure you're giving me 500 likes so that I can make next video for you. Guys, it takes a lot of planning for me. Just check this out. So yeah, it takes a lot of planning for me to even make one video for you guys. I have to go through my notes, I have to go through the planning, I have to talk with my other candidates, my past students, what helped them and whatsoever. So please do share, subscribe, and like. Share it with other doctors as well. Keep me in your prayers. This is Dr. Taji. Take care. Allah Hafiz.